We'll now go through the commercial evaluation workflow of TruBuild, allowing project owners to evaluate the commercial proposals received from contractors and consultants. The workflow starts with you uploading your RFP documentation here. If you have a bill of quantities template or a rates template, you can upload it here. Once these two documents have been uploaded, you can now start the project and start the evaluation process. As you receive a commercial proposal from your supply chain, we ask that you drag and drop the files here in any file format type. It does not need to be structured, and there's no limit to the file size itself. All of this is done by the system in the back end. Once you've uploaded the file, you click on Run Analysis. At this point, the platform goes through all of the commercial proposals you have uploaded and carries out an initial evaluation to support your decision making. What you will end up with is this initial homepage. Here, what we have provided is the ability to create a benchmark price, which essentially is the lowest price received from all of the different tenders submitted. The platform goes through and extracts a bit of quantities from all the different proposals and identifies what is the lowest item price at an elemental level for each individual item, creating this benchmark which acts as the lowest price. It then carries out an evaluation of each of the different proposals to identify what is the price difference variance from that item for this contractor to that benchmark price, allowing you to be able to use this information to negotiate and support the decision-making process with the contractor or supplier downstream. Very importantly, we have a tab here that allows you to identify the number of exclusions and inclusions from the tender responses, allowing you to compare apples and apples. How this works is, at an elemental level, it goes through each of the different bill of quantities submitted and identifies if the item has been excluded or included in the proposal provided by that vendor. For all of the items that have been excluded, the system will generate a price for that excluded item to be able to provide you with a holistic cost of how much that contractor's proposal could be had they included all of the excluded items that one of the other contractors or suppliers may have included, allowing you to compare the total price of all items from all of the suppliers submitted. There is also a contract compliance section where it looks at all of the contractual exclusions that each of the different vendors have identified, allowing you to make a thorough assessment and support your negotiation with that supplier when it comes to that stage. At the top here, what you'll be provided with is an exclusion and inclusion summary, showing you how many items and how many areas have been excluded and included for each individual contractor, providing you an inclusion score. The bids as received is essentially the total price received from the vendors without any assessment whatsoever. The system also generates post-tender clarifications, identifying any areas that the numbers may not add up, that requires additional validation. All of these figures are automatically identified as a post-tender clarification for your assessment. If you wanted to further assess the data, you're able to speak directly with information. For example, what exclusions or inclusions impact project risk or cost downstream? And in this case, it makes an assessment right there and then to provide you with the information that you need in order to make your decisions as quickly as possible when it comes to the commercial evaluation of your project.